Well, we've been here for 2 weeks, um, working on changing the shape, and after 2 weeks, we're right back to the same shape we've played for the past 3 years. So I may have wasted a little bit of time there, but um, the makeup of our team is going to be a little bit different than what people have seen out of us for the past 3 years, because Maria signed a pro contract over in Australia, so she left us this summer. So for the past 3 years, 4 years, when you go back to Hannah, we've always had that one kid that's going to score 20 goals a season, but we don't have that kid right now. So we toyed around with changing the shape and trying to get some of the players that can dribble and attack out of the back and put them higher up the field, but it just doesn't work out. So we're right back to the same shape. We'll play Reagan in goal. She was the Lone Star Conference preseason goalkeeper of the year, which is well deserved. She earned it. She deserves it. But for us to have success this year, she's going to have to be the goalkeeper of the year. You know what I mean? We're right back to three center backs. Kendall Britton's playing right in the middle. Couldn't be more proud of that kid. I think I've told you all this before. She showed up as a freshman and she was so intimidated and so insecure and so just scared of everything, and now she's our leader back there. So to watch her transform into some scared little girl into the soccer player that she is right now has been really cool to watch that. We've moved Lex down. She used to play midfield. She's going to play to the left of Kendall, and to the right of Kendall is a baby. Her name's Bailey Malone, and she's a freshman out of Saxe. It's in the Dallas area, and she has done great. So we're going to start a freshman at center back. A cool thing about Bailey that I don't think anybody knows is her mom was an early member of this women's soccer program, like 96, 97, way back. So Bailey is our first second generation women's soccer player here for West Texas, and the 2 weeks she's been here, I'm super glad this is where she landed. Reagan will play on the left like she always has, and hopefully we can get a lot of attack out of her, to help us find some goals, and then we'll start another freshman named Molly Farrow out of Amarillo High kid. We'll start her on the right, and transfer kid will start in defensive midfielder named Sydney. She was at Webb last year. She didn't like it, so she landed with us. And another freshman, Randall kid, McKenna Alstead, she'll start next to her. And then Ashley will play in attacking midfield. She's the only senior we have, so we're going to need some offensive output out of her. And then Nicole, who was a freshman last year and scored 6 or 7 goals, she'll start up front. And I don't know who's going to start next to her, but by the time we play Pueblo on Thursday, hopefully I'll have that figured out.
Obviously, you mentioned Molly and McKenna there, two of the local kids. I know in talking to them, you've known them for quite some time, but getting them into practice and into your guys' system, what have you kind of seen from them that has given you the confidence to put them in those positions?
Well, they started playing club soccer with my daughter when they were like 10 years old, and so you would think that I would know them extremely well, but they've both exceeded my expectations. So as well as I know both of them, I couldn't be happier or more proud of both of them. I wouldn't have told you that they were going to start, a month ago. But when we look and when we watch the kids train and we shape up, they're both there. So to have two, and if you count Ashley, we have 3 local kids. Oh, and Nicole, sorry, we have 4 Amarillo kids in the starting lineup. So good for Amarillo that it's developing some female soccer players, and I don't know if I really answered your question, but I'm super proud of McKenna and Molly. They have exceeded my expectations, even though I was very, very close to them before they got here.
In terms of, you mentioned a lot of freshmen, only one senior. I mean, in terms of having that much youth, I mean, what are the ups and downs of that?
Well, the downs are always the mistakes. Not that anybody plays a perfect soccer game, but I think I've mentioned to you before. One of the really cool components of having this job is you literally watch these female athletes grow up in this time of 18 to 23. Like, they show up and they're little kids, they're little girls, and when they leave, they're women. They literally are women when they leave. And so freshmen have that insecurity of like when they make a mistake, sometimes it gets worse instead of just learning and moving on. Having the confidence of, okay, I just won't do that again. You know that, and that's why I brought up Kendall. Kendall Britton was 100% like that. If she made a mistake early in the game, she wasn't going to be able to play that game because she wouldn't get out of her own head. Now she's just a different kid. So starting that many freshmen, we're going to have to stay extremely positive with them, and I think we're doing that. The leadership of our team has gone over and above this summer and so far this preseason of trying to build a cohesive unit. So I think if the kids don't get on top of each other when they do make a mistake, and I don't get on top of them, I have to be careful. You know, I think some coaches make fun of me, but that's part of the reason I remain so quiet in the game. Because if I respond like that, sometimes it's a bite, and girls don't need that. They don't need me biting at them. So hopefully the mental ability to recover from mistakes, if they can get past that, then those freshmen have the ability to play, and they'll all help us.
Will this be one of your youngest teams, you think, you've had?
It would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be. You know, one senior, 4 juniors, and then everybody else is younger than that.
Coach, you mentioned
But-
earlier, I mean, you talked about like you don't really have that playmaker that's going to go out and put up 20 goals this season
Right.
now. But you did talk, man, you returned your goalkeeper, and you talked about it sounds like a strong defense in front. Do you feel like that's going to be kind of what you guys lean on in this season?
Yeah, that's going to be the identity of our team, and that's what makes, I can tell already, that's what's going to make this year different than the past 3 or 4 years if you followed our team. You know, I'm not going to come and sit in this chair and talk to you guys about 4-0 and 5-0 wins this year. It's just not going to happen. Hopefully the 0 is there, you know, because with Reagan and the 3 center backs and the 2 wing backs and the 2 defensive midfield players, those were the guys I said the most about when I don't know if you wanted me to go through the whole lineup, but I started to, didn't I? You know, that 7 and then Reagan behind them, if they do their job, we are going to be extremely difficult to score on. It's just the goals just aren't going to come flowing in like they've been in the past. So we're going to have to work in training on movements with the front players, you know, see if we can get a couple goals out of them, a couple goals out of attacking midfield, and then we're going to have to be really good on free kicks. And so far, we've already done that. We played a preseason game against Northwestern Oklahoma State a couple days ago, Saturday night. We won 1-0. See, low-scoring game, and but they never even looked like they were going to score a goal against us. You know, so I hope our fans don't think that's boring. You know, but there was never a single moment in the game where I'm going, oh, uh-oh. You know what I mean? It's like, it never even looked like they were going to score. But our goal came from a corner. Madical hit it. Kendall Britton, the center back, headed in the goal. You know, she's taller than I am. She's 6'1", 6'2". If you've ever, and that's how we won. So I don't know if that's how every game's going to look, but we're going to have to get a more balanced attack out of all kinds of different personalities, and we're going to have to be really good on free kicks.
Kind of talking, building on that, is that something you're putting emphasis on, knowing, hey, we may not get the goals, so when we get these opportunities with corner kicks and PKs and things like that, we take advantage of them?
Yes. Yeah, that's already been exposed and verbalized by me and my assistant since it's already shown itself, you know, because similar to what I was telling you, just because the front players we have now aren't going to do what Maria did or what Hannah Kelly Lust did, they can't get so down on themselves because they didn't score a goal that we don't get the best out of them. Yeah, so we all know this is going to be a team effort this year. A team effort scoring goals, team effort winning games.